In half an hour, Richard Parkes is climbing Everest in the name of research into dementia. All will be explained at 7. Before that, for the first time this week, here's Zoe.
Live from London, this is Strictly It Takes Two.
It Takes Two. Happy Halloween! As ever, there were thrilling treats from the Strictly Ballroom at the weekend, but it wasn't all fun and games. Things came to a chilling climax last night when Anastasia and Brendan were given the chop during the dance-off. Luckily for us, though, it's not as gory as it sounds. They're joining us in the green room tonight. We will share love with them, along with a rather bewitching duo. It's Claudia and a little frog. Look at this. It's AJ. Oh, it's a handsome prince. Does he look cute in his outfit? Plus, here to tell us which dancers were naughty and nice in Choreography Corner, we welcome back Chloe and Neil. Dynamic duo. But first, she was out of love with the judges last night, and this time has finally come to set her free. Before we say goodbye, here's Anastasia and Brendan's last dance. Anastasia and Brendan, my darlings, welcome, welcome, welcome. Though in sad circumstances, you've had quite an experience at Strictly Come Dancing, haven't you? What an exciting one! But no more Dance-astasia. We're all devastated here. We've had some therapy. How are you feeling today?
Me too. So I'm doing well. I think that that overall what I got out of this experience was exactly what I wanted to get. I wanted to raise awareness in breast cancer, and I also wanted to find my own little piece of female I lost. So to me, it was a total win-win. Whenever you go is when you go, and you can't control that. You just got to do the best you can do.
Which you absolutely did. And you went out there on Saturday night. Can I just say, outfits, eye makeup, wings, hoverboard.
I know, we tried. We really did try.
You really
did. We tried to, like, bring in, like, a cave, but they said no.
But did you enjoy that dance, though? You were going for it out there.
You know, I did try to enjoy it. You know, you gotta do the best you can do. And, you know, I think we gave it what we could give it.
You did, absolutely. No. Bruno was saying you were giving him Tina Turner. Craig was saying he felt something about the kicks and flicks. I've done those kicks and flicks. They are impossible. You do that for 2.5 minutes. It's exhausting.
Yeah. It is truly exhausting.
I know.
It's one of the hardest things about jive is the practice time. You can only practice it so much before you are falling on the floor.
Yeah.
And to get that level of technique and to get everything is fine on the night is actually a very hard thing to accomplish, and I think we did it quite well. I mean, looking back at it, I like the dance. I can see what they're saying. It's fair enough what they're saying, but overall, a nice way to end. I think.
I don't agree. I don't think I really was that great. So I know. I mean, seriously,
oh,
I'm like,
on.
thank God I have a day job. You know, I mean, seriously, it's just you have to be real with it. I'm not delusional.
Yeah.
So I keep it very realistic.
I like that.
Very honest. Stasia.
Oh, they just keep
I know. You guys have taught me well on the sound bites.
There's been so much support for the two of you online. Jane from Hampshire wrote, sad to see Anastasia and Brendan leave, but so proud of what you've come through and what you've achieved on Strictly Dance-astasia. So good. And you went for it in the dance-off as well. You came out again and gave it more fire and energy.
There is nothing like a dance-off to really let you... I mean, like I said just before we went down and did it, I said, leave nothing nothing in the dressing room, and that's exactly what happened. I could barely get off the floor. You've got to put everything out there, otherwise, you know, it could be last dance. It was for us, but it's a very exciting feeling when you're out there doing it. Probably less so for these guys, but I like it.
By the way, it was a very exciting feeling I had watching you being King Vampire in the
tell you
Sunday night pro dance. That was amazing storytelling there.
It was a very exciting pro dance being choreographed by Beth Honan. We all loved it. As the pros, we loved doing it. I, in particular, loved doing it. We had great feedback on the social media. Thank you very much for all your lovely feedback. We loved it. One of the best.
So good. Jason Gilkison talking about choreography on the show tomorrow. Yes. I feel you had more to give. Was there a dance that you really were looking forward to doing, Anastasia?
The salsa, unfortunately, that I got injured on was my one dance that I thought was in my wheelhouse.
Yes.
So, unfortunately, Latin Stasia, or whatever I called her, whatever you guys called her, she's left the building. Unfortunately, she was not able to flower.
Okay.
But to me, I felt like the quick step became my salsa, and that was just a lovely way to sort of remember the dances in a whole and go, I think I'm a ballroom dancer now.
I know. You don't think that when you come in. And
I thought I was Latin, and now I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe I love the waltz, and I love the, Viennese waltz and
look what happens.
And the quick step.
Well, enjoy your Strictly story.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's Brendan! My partner is amazeballs.
Hi, honey, I'm home.
Yo.
First dance is the cha-cha.
Boom, there you go. That looks good. Okay, let's go.
Based on this, I'm expecting fantastic dance next week.
Zanganga.
This week, I'm doing the salsa. Woo! I am channeling my inner Latina Stasia.
Considering you've got an injury, I felt you did a good job. Well done.
I can reveal that the couple with the fewest viewer votes and therefore out of the competition is Melvin and Jeanette.
I feel awful. I just wish I could have danced, and I don't know. I don't even have words. I really don't. The Viennese waltz is loving and gentle. I have a real desire to make this dance really 10.
You've come back with an enormous sense of confidence, and I think that is brilliant.
We are doing the rumba. I didn't know that there was a dance like that. Very sensual.
I felt you lost a little bit of fluidity, and it just became somewhat stilted.
It's never fun to be in the bottom, but sometimes life isn't fun, so just gotta find a way around it. We have Gawka coming in.
My goal is make Brendan feel proud.
Now, I don't want to upset Brendan, but your best dance.
I was so chuffed.
Really?
Yeah, I loved it.
We are doing the jive. When I go out there, I don't want to be winging it.
Totally batty.
It was just a little bit flat-footed.
It was laboured, it was leaden, I'm afraid.
One of you will come back here next week and one of you will leave tonight.
Daisy and Alia.
I always wanted to be more of a dancer, and this is a perfect way to do it, I think. You are amazing. Thank you so much for everything.
Will you take me home?
It makes for very emotional watching, doesn't it?
It's wild because you almost feel like you've died. I mean, it's kind of like watching your memorial. So on Halloween. How sweet and gentle. You know, it's what it is. The show is amazing because it continues to keep on just letting people know to move on.
Yeah.
And embrace all of what life is. And that's what I really like about what this show represents. So
I love that. Brendan, what's impressed you most about Anastasia in this experience?
Sheer determination and grit. Always ready to get stuck in and do a great day's training and prepare for the Saturday. It's not an easy thing that these guys put themselves through, and there has been a really real positive attitude throughout the show, and that's something that not everybody brings.
We've got a little treat for you as it's Halloween as well. We got you.
Oh my God! You have that here?
I know. Look.
American
Where did you find it?
posh shop.
You must have found it at a posh shop. Thank you. This is what I called candy corn the other day, and people were like, what?
What is that? Yeah, it's exactly how we said it. Who would you like, out of your friends, to see lift the Glitter Ball trophy?
Oh, girl, I can't even go there.
Right.
There's way too many right now.
Okay.
I mean, there's quite a few in the mix.
Okay.
I'm just going to have to...
I can go there.
Go on, Brendan. Come on, Brendan. Who do you want to win?
Go ahead, Brian.
I was
Destroy the dreams.
more than impressed with Danny Noti's quick step a few weeks back.
Right,
That was
okay.
like, wow, that boy can
Okay.
dance. So I'm thinking, maybe Danny Noti, yeah.
We shall see. It's been an absolute
I
joy.
vote for the underdog.
Okay, you do that,
Always
but you're
the
already out.
underdog.
Remind me more.
Oh,
It's okay.
we're really
Call
going to
me
miss
his
you.
ex-partner.
Don't. Oh, I know. Look.
So
it's over.
bad.
You're welcome back anytime.
Thank
Lots of
you.
love to both of you.
Bye.
We really
Thank you.
enjoyed watching you. Anastasia and Brendan. There was plenty to celebrate for many of our couples at the weekend. Daisy, Judge Rinder, Laura, Louise and Ed all received their highest scores to date, but that's not to say there weren't a few little mistakes. And I know just the people to identify them. Be afraid, be very afraid. It's time for Choreography Corner. Give it up for Chloe and Neil! It is lovely to see you back. Can I just say, we're loving your outfits on Saturday and Sunday. I'm loving your outfits tonight as well. And your bow tie is made...
Of clay.
Of clay.
As you
Of course it is. How was your first Strictly Halloween?
I absolutely loved it. It's been my favourite week by far so far. And it's just been insane. Production, hair, makeup, the lot has just been...
I know. Well done to everybody. And props and, so good. Right, we're going to start with Laura and Giovanni, who came back after the injury and did so brilliantly with the tango. Len said it was their best dance yet. Tell me what you thought.
I thought it was great to see Laura and Giovanni back on the dance floor, firstly, and I think she came back with a passionate tango, good one to come back on. And for me, her frame is just perfect. It comes really natural to her, which it makes it so much easier for her to achieve. So I think that's brilliant. So I really enjoyed that.
I pointed that
You
out
said
before.
that
Yeah.
a couple of weeks ago. So I
You
had to
saw
bring
that?
Yeah.
Well done to her. Right, Greg and Natalie and their Roomba. Now, Craig said he couldn't even score it because he felt it didn't have enough Roomba content. And I know they were both very, very upset by those comments. What did you think of those comments, Neil?
Yeah, I can understand why. I can see that. What I've noticed, especially we're going to see in a minute, is he dances. If you look here now, Alamana, rope spin. She runs away. They're going to go into a back basic, and then again another back basic. Now, what's happened here is because he's bending his legs.
Yeah.
I think that's what Craig's meaning. He's missing that element. You know, he couldn't quite see it. So I think that balance of performance versus technique is quite difficult. But for me personally, I love their performance.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought
There
it
were
was great.
elements of contemporary in there, which is probably why the balance
Yeah.
wasn't right, but
Yeah.
it's still an incredible
And such a
performance.
powerful song, beautiful song.
Yeah, and he brought that. So onwards and upwards, Greg. Louise and Kevin's Charleston, can I say, I was loving the Heath Ledger Joker, Kevin. so good. And their highest score yet. And Craig was describing their side-by-side kick section and how perfectly in time they were. Chloe, tell us more about that.
Yeah, I think they did an incredible job on Saturday, and I picked out the side-by-side part in particular because they were just in so much time together, and that's real hard to achieve. You know, they must have spent hours on that, and they did it brilliantly. So, and her character was crazy.
Great. One of my
Wonderful.
favourite numbers. I
Yes.
love this performance.
I know, and the outfit and the hair.
Yeah.
Well done, Lou. OK, moving on to Judge Rinder and Oksana. I mean, I knew this was going to be good, but I could never have contemplated quite how good he was. Again, highest score for them. I know they're so happy to be in the 30s. What impressed you about this one, Neil?
OK, first of all, I'm a big fan of Judge Rinder. And now I'm going to point out, just check this, jump, knee spin, knee walks.
Look at that.
What else do you want? Paso doble at its best. Now, this movement is so difficult. Even top professionals struggle at this movement.
Really?
So,
Right.
I want to give you a demonstration.
OK, come on.
Why I love it so much.
Top professionals struggle at this.
OK,
You're wearing the perfect trousers.
Perfect.
OK,
on
here we go.
So first of all, as he's going down, he's got to
Yeah.
make sure the back foot's pointed.
Yeah.
He then has to stretch through the thigh.
lunge.
And
Nice.
he's got to keep moving before the next step.
Oh, look at that. I am definitely not going to attend that. I know, look at the lovely socks, all special for Halloween. OK, Ore and Joanne, a few hairy moments in there, Charleston. They look divine, the two of them together. I thought it was great. Craig was saying not enough swivel action, Chloe.
Yeah, I think we've spoken about swivel action before in Charleston, haven't we? And I think it's so much about it, because the judges, that's what they pick on straight away. And what happened, he was just bouncing on his flat feet, which there was no swivel action much. So that's where he lost out a little. But he's such a great character. Yeah. Every week he comes with the correct character for that dance. Yeah. So great performance.
Energy, musicality, perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, really good.
I love it. Oh, hang on a minute. That sound can only mean one thing. Time up for you two, pretties. Not in an evil way, just in a kind of like a horror film. There will be a sequel. Chloe and Neil will be back later on the show. I think we can all agree that Strictly was pretty spectacular this weekend, but it takes more than hocus pocus to put on such a spectacle. Here's a behind-the-scenes look at how the magic happened.
It's Halloween week on Strictly!
Oksana's birthday, and it's her favourite holiday, Halloween. Don't know why I'm not surprised about that, so I really want to make it good for her.
It's a really cool routine, and we've got a couple of little bits that are a little bit testing, but if we can get them right, then hopefully it will really add to it and make it really special.
I've never dressed up for Halloween before, so this year I'm really excited just to get into the character, and I'm loving it.
I need to work on my evil laugh, I think.
Oh, no, beard and mouth, beard and mouth. Okay, we're good.
Everyone looks out of this world. It's so sparkly as well as quite scary.
Even vampires are sparkly.
It's trick-or-treat time. Would you like peach, rotten egg, or stinky socks? Trick-or-treat. Here, have a treat. Ooh. What is it? It's chocolate. What is it? Oh, I can smell it. What is it?
Are they nasty flavours?
No, I don't know.
Promise.
Promise. Another trick. Yes.
Oh, that's awful.
What was that?
Mmm, treat! I love apples. Yes.
We're doing a group dance this week with the pros, which is really exciting.
I get to dance with Anastasia, which has been a new experience as well, and absolutely brilliant.
To be honest, I'm not totally sure what I'm supposed to do yet, but I'll have it sorted out by the time we get there.
We are live in 5 minutes. That's 5 minutes to the Halloween special.
Let's go.
Oh, I've forgotten it.
Girls, can't be late.
Good luck, David. Good luck.
By Claudia and AJ.
Now, as much as I love a theme, I have to admit that I'm quite glad to see the back of Halloween. Do you know, it just gives me the creeps, but I think we're over the worst of it. Will you not cut it out? Oh, God. Get back. Go, get back. They're so naughty. Thank you. Our next couple put a spell on our judges and leapfrogged to the top of the leaderboard. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. It's Claudia and AJ.
Tonight, my darling, you were as lyrical and as beautiful and as rounded as you should be.
The lifts were fluid and dramatic. I thought the whole thing was dynamic.
It was spellbinding, really. Your footwork was brilliant. It was a really top-notch performance.
Claudia and AJ are here. Oh, can I just say, well done. You totally aced that American Smooth on Saturday night. Lots of people saying it was the dance of the night. You must have felt quite confident going into this one, Claudia.
Yeah, for once, actually being positive, I actually really did feel really confident going into it. All the rehearsals went right, all leading up to it. It was just great, and just to going out there and getting these amazing comments, I was really surprised.
I know, amazing. I'm smiling. I can't stop smiling at you two smiling at how smiley you are, and that is so good. The judges were loving it. I mean, Craig was saying your lifts were fluid and dramatic. He said the whole thing was dynamic. I mean, what a Halloween treat to hear
I think the weirdest
those
thing
comments.
for Halloween was him not to say one negative thing. So we were like, oh my God, what's happening?
It was amazing. I was waiting for the negatives to come in, so I was like, and then it was all positive. I was like, oh, that's all right then.
And with Craig, you're always waiting for the but. But there was no but. Perfect. AJ, Len was so pleased that you had the confidence to give Claudia really complicated moves.
I was so proud of Claudia just to do a feather finish, heel turn into three-step, and then for Len to pick it up, obviously, then that, I was just like, oh, it worked. I was so happy.
I think everybody at home, we're sort of all becoming, we're not experts, but we all think we're experts watching. And when you see those turns, you're like, oh, look at that heel turn. It's so exciting. And incredibly complicated lifts there. I mean, are they a doddle for you? Because you make them look so easy, Claudia.
It's a little bit easy because obviously I'm a gymnast, so I can flung myself around and you can just chuck me
She's
about.
starting to trust me. It's
I'm starting to trust him just a little bit. But with some of the lifts, it was quite hard to just keep the flow of it, going into it and going out of it. And I think that was the main thing that the judges said previously. So just to work on them quite a lot in the back, and we pulled off, which was good.
I know, and you could really see how you've worked on them, because sometimes there are those moments you go, oh, and
we had done it again and again and again to make sure that it was nice and flowy, and I wasn't going to drop her, because I've never dropped her yet.
No,
so
that's good to know.
Trust me.
How is the trust?
It's getting there, slowly.
Slowly.
They are quite amazing moves you do. And then you're talking, Claudia, you're talking to our Claudia in the Clauditorium, and you were talking about your gym training starts again this week. Now, obviously, very different disciplines. How are you going to keep her not distracted?
I think what was great is, like, Claudia was like, oh, actually, I'm going to try and implement some of the fluid arms into the gym. So she's starting to, like, join it all together to make it even more, like,
I love it. Oh, my God. I'm quite excited to see your gymnastics after this as well. This week, it's a pass the doble for the two of you. We've seen some pretty amazing pass the dobles. Have you picked up any tips, having watched anyone else yet, Claudia?
Yeah, what I do is, obviously, I really look at the dances that I'm going to be doing, and I watch the other performances and what the judges say to them, and I try not to... So if they say anything negative to them, I'm, like, already picking it up and thinking, OK, make sure I don't do that. So I know it's quite fierce. We've only done an hour of it, so I don't really know much about it.
It was a good hour. It was a very good hour.
I have to be very fierce, so I'm getting there.
Well, this is quite exciting, because we've not really seen a fierce Claudia yet. Are you excited about this character?
I am, because obviously my gymnastics, when I go onto the floor, people say I look quite scary, so I do this kind of scary...
She gets into the zone and stops speaking. Okay. It's a bit worrying, but I mean, it'll work for this dance, that's for sure.
Yeah, so I'm very serious with my face, so it's nice to put that into the routine, and people will see a different side of me, which is hopefully it's good.
Oh, no, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see it. And top of the leaderboard, well done on that. And 2 weeks of all the 9s. What do you have to do to get the 10s,
I don't know. It's just kind of keeping it going, trying to make the lifts harder, more technical.
Oh, my Lord.
I know, harder. Thanks. Lifts harder, more technical, and just more wow. We just need more wow. Whatever the wow is, I'm not too sure yet, but when we get it, we'll see that 10.
We'll find it.
But more wow. In week 7, are you feeling more competitive than ever, Claudia?
I am getting more competitive every week, and I just like to go out there and do the best performance I can, and I'm one of these people who likes to beat myself, and I want to get a higher score every single time, so hopefully we do get a 10.
It's heaven for me, that.
I know, it's heaven for you to hear. Can I just say
all day.
Something very cute came in, AJ? We know you love a selfie, but you've got some competition in the form of a younger lookalike. This is 4-year-old Elliot doing his best. AJ.
That's so cute.
That's gorgeous. He's so true.
That's a 10. That's a wow. That's a wow. That's what we need.
Oh, well done, Elliot. Good luck with your passo this week. Claudia and AJ.
Thank you.
Right, time now to take a look at our remaining couples' dances from the weekend. But what will our terrible twosome think? Let's find out. Now, let's get back to our couples. Even with a very impressive score of 33 after a brilliant paso doble, Daisy and Aliash heartbreakingly find themselves yet again in the bottom two. What did you think of their paso doble, Neil?
Well, firstly, I was so upset for her that, to be back there in the bottom two again.
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, we're going to forget that. We're moving forward. Now, I actually loved her performance. I felt that she brought a different element into the paso doble. Everyone normally goes this hard-hitting. She's actually gone for a more sensual look to it, which is great. But at the same time, when you're watching there, she's still got more passion and fire. The way she was hitting Aliash's chest.
Oh, yeah, with that. And when they did the dance-off, again,
she upped it even more.
Yeah.
So if I could give her any advice, don't worry about it. Keep doing exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be great.
And move on.
Yes.
Perfect. OK, Ed and Katja, for the first week, we're not at the bottom two! Well done to the two of them. And to top that as well, Bruno called their cha-cha-cha a triumph.
Yeah.
Obviously, Neil's quite biased, Katja being his lovely wife. Chloe, what did you think of Ed's cha-cha-cha?
I loved Ed's cha-cha. I think he's such an outstanding performer that he just comes week by week with a different... Look at the facial expressions. I mean, he just brings everything. Now, I am going to demonstrate one thing for you, OK?
OK,
because
yes.
What I was disappointed with just a little was his bent legs.
Here we go.
Very much.
Just with his bent legs, what happened is he was going this way. Cha-cha-cha. So it was all on bent legs. And what we like to see is the snappy cha-cha leg.
Oh, there we go. And
snap. Cha-cha-cha.
And
snap.
Oh.
Do you see what I mean? And what happened is we had this.
That's how it should be. Okay. So difficult to learn. I mean, it takes years to learn something.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like
It's
that.
very difficult.
OK, Claudia and AJ, they were just here. How brilliant were they? They're American smooth, so good. And all the judges really impressed with her footwork, Neil.
Yes. Feather finish,
Yeah.
heel turns. Amazing. The amount of dedication she's putting in. If we just look here, look at the way she brushes the feet. You can clearly see she's been working hard. And I think it's really paying off. Footwork is really hard. And a lot of people just think, you know what, we don't need to worry. Let's just entertain everyone. Let's just go with the performance. She's putting the time and effort in there. And I think that's great. And I think that she's that type of person, isn't she?
And knowing AJ for a very long time, I've been with him for a few years now.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I know... He's a drill sergeant, and I know that he would have literally been making sure every single time that she got it right. And she did it on the night, which was just incredible, and I'm so proud of them.
So good. Yeah, so look, a perfect partnership, isn't it? Because she's a sort of driven gymnast and is used to it. Well, very brilliant. OK, Danny and Oti and their foxtrot, which lots of us absolutely loved. Divided the judges a little bit. Len he wasn't a fan of the appendage, the string between them. I thought that was a great concept.
Yeah.
What was your take on it?
I think it was very different. I mean, it was a unique thing that's never been done on the show before. So I think a tick for a smart idea there, actually. It kind of, for me, it was a shame that he went wrong, but Danny is such a great performer and he carried on. He didn't show that he was going wrong or he panicked or anything. So I think good job for him, and I think he's going to come back this week with another fiery performance.
Yeah, Neil, what did you think, Danny?
I absolutely loved it. I thought it was so clever, and I think, he's shown us that he can dance well. We've seen that with performances before, but also to add that element in there and to show that he could actually use it.
Yeah.
Great.
OK, no Halloween next Saturday. It's just back to straightforward costumes and dancing. What do we need to see from our couples?
Technique.
Yeah.
Technique. Let's add a bit more technique.
A bit more technique.
Yeah, and entertainment.
And entertainment,
yeah.
of course.
Just a little sprinkle on the top.
They are working so hard, though,
Really
aren't they?
So hard.
I'm loving the fact it's so competitive.
It is.
We adore the two of you. Please come back and see us soon, Chloe and Neil. That is it for tonight. A big thank you to all my guests. Join us tomorrow at 6:30, where we'll be chatting to Ore and Joanne, and Dance Off survivors Daisy and Aliash. Plus, Strictly's creative director of choreography, Jason Gilkison, will be here to answer your questions. All of that, and we find out what songs our couples will be dancing to this weekend. Until then, happy Halloween!
Ten, 9, 8.
What are you doing, Count?
Why, I am